The following content is not suitable for children, TERFs, Randian objectivists, or members of the Westboro Baptist Church. Welcome, I'm Model V. Shut up, Jerry. And this is why you shouldn't play Bioshock. Episode 3, where I continue to cover up for the fact that I didn't use a video timer, and the last video ended up being way too freaking long, so I cut it into 2 parts. Here we go! Let's hack more vending machines. Let's not hack more vending machines. That one is really hard to hack. Let's not do that. Let's not get shocked to death. Let's listen to good old Andy Ryan.
It has been brought to my attention that some citizens have discovered ways to hack the vending machines. I should not need to remind each and every citizen of Rapture that free enterprise is the foundation upon which our society has been established. Parasites will be punished.
Yeah, so let's talk about scapegoats. Let's talk about the idea of blaming all of life's really complicated problems on one, like, really simple enemy that exists in your imagination. And just arbitrating on that, and anyone who disagrees with you is that enemy. That is what Andrew Ryan does. And he's most certainly not the only one. Oh boy. Because it's 2021! In early January is when this is recording. After certain things that I'm not going to directly mention, but if you know it, then you know it, have happened. Ooh. Sorry, I have a nervous tick of just pressing this button to reload. Because in most games it doesn't do anything, but this game it's like, here, I have an annoying clicking noise. I'm just making it worse, aren't I just nervously reload in games. It would be a very bad habit if I was an actual soldier. Anyway, back to scapegoats. Randian objectivism, so if you don't know, if you're familiar with the political... Oh, here! Look! This is perfect! A 4-quadrant thing that I can explain everything. Right. So, the 4-quadrant political chart thing, which I don't even think is, like, very good, because it loses a lot of nuance. But we're going to use it just as an example. So here's the center, and then if you go top right... Yes, top right. You are going towards Nazis. You're going towards the Nazis. The Nazis are somewhere in here. Very, actually not even like that far in there. It's like up is authoritarian, down is libertarian, right is conservative, and left is liberal. And I'm just gonna throw these terms without quantifying them very well because I don't necessarily agree with them. This is supposed to be communism, and I'm not going to mention anything more about that right now. And here is an anarcho-communist... we'll talk about it later. Anyway, down here, you're still on the conservative side, but you're going anti-authoritarian, going the libertarian route. You end up here, in this absolute hellhole that is Randian objectivism. And, yeah. You ever wondered where are people like I don't know, throwing out some names, Alex Jones and some other and the crazy I guess crazy is a little bit too mean. I redact that. Alex Jones knows exactly what he's doing because it makes a lot of money. But him and people like that, people like him are they're Randians without the objectivism. They're Randians without the atheism. Oh yeah. So, that reminds me. Andrew Ryan is currently... He releases a lot of propaganda through these loudspeakers. All of the speeches are super long, and also super quiet. So I'm not actually going to listen to them. I'm not going to pause to listen to any of them here. I will have a special episode where I, like, amp up the audio and comment on them.
Steinman, I know medical pavilion is your matter, but you might want to cogitate on this. Ocean water is colder than a witch's tip. You don't heat the pipes freeze. Pipes freeze, pipes burst. Then Rapture leaks. Now, I realise you're a posh sort of geezer, and frankly, I don't give a toss if you piss or go fishing. But once Rapture starts leaking, the old girl's never gonna stop. And then I'll be sure to tell Ryan he's got you to thank.
I'll be better next time. Please?
Yes, there's nothing to comment there, because yeah. This one I can hack. But as I said, a lot of people in the modern American radical conservatives movements are exactly that. They're Randian objectivists without the objectivists. They believe in God, and they use religion and all of that. But a lot of them do not have the political self-awareness to even identify as that. Generally speaking. Steinman kills. These are so hard to read. And I guess I should probably, like, prove the statement that I just made about that being true. But I'm not going to now, because that would be, like, way too freaking long. And you can just say that I'm wrong until I prove that later.
Alright, for this one, we take it to the morgue.
Jeez. Because you should not just take statements as facts. Don't without evidence. Don't take that from me. Don't take that from anybody. But I will attempt to elaborate further. I'm just going to get interrupted a lot because I don't want this to just be a repeat of last episode, where I just talk and talk in front of a big statue. Nobody likes that.
Representing them as cubes and other abstract forms. The world called him a genius. I've spent my entire surgical career creating the same tired shapes over and over again. The upturned nose, the cleft chin, the ample bosom. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could do with a knife what that old Spaniard did with a brush?
So why does Steinman go absolutely crazy? Because it's very obvious, like, the man is going crazy. Why? There are two answers to that question. One is an answer that I don't really like, and that is plasmids just make you go crazy over time, and that's not interesting. The other, more interesting answer is that the society that Andrew Ryan has built props up people like Steinman and puts them in positions of power without any personal accountability.
Security cameras. I can hear the infernal things all around you. Ryan's eyes and ears.
In this kind of society, as long as you have money, you are correct. That's the only thing that matters. In the same way that a king, the king is correct in everything he says because he has the divine right, and he will murder you if you argue. The people with money are always right, as long as they still have money and are making money. As long as they are successful, then they are seen as right in a Randian objectivist society. Ignoring the fact that their mental health is completely and utterly deteriorating and they are doing horrible things. Ooh. I will finish my thoughts before continuing on that. As long as you are successful in this society, nothing else matters. And there's no real way to... There's no accountability for people with money. Because everything is... Because everything is about personal freedom. as long as you don't interfere with the very, very short social contract, which I'm sure involves, like, don't murder people and don't steal and things like that, then the government, Ryan, because he is the government, because this is an autocracy where he is in control, the government can't do anything to stop you and doesn't want to do anything to stop you. And this flaw will prove to be Andrew Ryan's downfall as we keep looking into things.
The parasite wanders the halls. We rebuild our city, and the doubters sent a fly to spoil our ointment. 1,000 atoms to the man or woman who pins its wings.
See? Money. Money is power. Before, it was actual currency, and now it is atom. Genetic money. Alright, so back to this screen. Now that I can actually explain. So you have a number of slots that can be used to equip plasmids and gene tonics. Gene tonics were the things that I explained before. They're analogous to perks or feats in many other systems and games. They just have, they usually have passive effects. And there's 4 categories for gene tonics. No, not 4, there's 3. Combat, physical, and security? Some other one. And you unlock more slots. I'll get into Adam later and how you buy things. But for now, we just find stuff.
Light up foes to 1,000 degrees. Warning, fire spreads.
You die here and now, parasites! Mouse!
When I murder you, make it stop!
You're infecting his whole life!
I like Incinerate.
All roads in Rapture lead to Ryan. Security, the splicers, the big daddies, the little sisters. He pumps some kind of chemical scent in the air. Pheromones, they call it. Makes them all dance to his tune.
What Atlas just said is correct. We learn more evidence of it later. Specifically that he started lacing plasmids with a special mutation that causes people to be susceptible to pheromones. Here's the problem. We don't know how well the pheromones actually work. Because there is the question of, well, why aren't we being affected? Which might be answered later. But there's also the effect of why is Rapture still horribly and utterly unstable and just falling apart, and why does Andrew Ryan seem to have no actual control? And one argument for that is just he has limited control, but the addiction of Adam, because it is an addictive substance, is too powerful for the pheromone suggestions to override the compulsion. And that is one of the things that is one of the things about plasmids that led to the instability. But it is not the fault of all of the instability. Incinerate is really cool because it leaves a damage over time that does a lot of damage. So you can do fun hit and run tactics, which I love. And I love fire, because it's fire. Who doesn't love fire? Who doesn't love burning things? You can also melt ice with it. Which is cool. It's very similar to the Electrobolt. It's kind of just, here's a special key, here's a special lock, use the special key type scenario. But it's very thematic. And the recording we found before explains why there's ice everywhere. I don't know if this is how pipe frosting actually works. But I'm not going to argue.
Come here now!
I'm running low on ammo. Oh yeah, the fire burns you. Forgot about that. Oh. When did you? Who killed you? I am so low on ammunition. Oh jeez. I didn't realize. Huh. So those weird sounds seem to have stopped. There's an issue with Bioshock's audio mixing, because it has like a limited amount of channels, and you can actually hit the maximum channel cap just by firing a shotgun. I have a mod that raises the audio channel, the maximum audio channels, so it doesn't cause certain sounds to just cut out, but it doesn't always work too well. The audio engine in this game is very weird. I am no expert on that kind of thing. Right, so this was the other category, the engineering tonics. Difficulty when hacking turrets, bots, and cameras reduced. Cool. You guys are never gonna see that in effect, and I don't even know how it works. I understand how it works in Bioshock 2. Because the hacking minigame is much simpler, and I actually like it a lot better. And I haven't commented on the hacking in this game because it's freaking terrible, and I hate it. Are you gonna come out? Scare me already? Really trying to save ammo. Armor-piercing rounds! Yeah! Oh yeah, that's why. That's why the pistol sucks! Thanks game. Wait. Middle mouse button. That's why the pistol sucks. Because armor-piercing ammo on the pistol is absolutely useless. So armor-piercing ammo increases damage against big daddies, the big luggos you saw before, and turrets. You will never use the pistol against those enemies. Unless you're just lacking ammunition. And feel like doing it. I'm considering how to kill her. Okay. Because I guess if you just have the armor-piercing ammo and your other gun ran out of ammunition and you don't want to reload because Big Daddy is about to shove his drill right up your butt, then you'll flip this out and just hammer it with it. But that's like the only use. Which isn't great. In all honesty, the machine gun, as I mentioned, also has the same ammo types. But the machine gun is something that you will use on both splicers and Big Daddies. 0451. It's a gamer meme. Because I don't even remember which game did it first. I don't care anymore. But the machine gun you will use against a variety of different targets. So the special ammo actually matters. The good thing about the pistol is still the fact that you can craft a lot of hollow point rounds later on, and still actually I don't even know if it'll continue to one shot splicers in the late game, because late game splicers just get so much health in this game. It is not the rivet gun, and I wish it was the rivet gun, because I love the rivet gun. It's one of my favorite weapons. Namely because the rivet gun has other special ammos, besides just do more damage. But this isn't Bioshock 2. How I love that game. So much better than this one. And now you guys are like, what? She likes Bioshock 2 more? Purge her! Purge! What is happening? I don't want to waste ammo killing you, but I don't want you to kill my turrets. And she did it anyway. Why? I got one bullet. Why was it a pistol bullet? You're supposed to drop machine gun ammo because you have a machine. Okay. Okay. I'll just deal with that. I'll just deal with that now. I'm gonna try to hack this thing. Ow. Okay, I got it that time. Is this racist? I don't know if this is racist. I'm not gonna say it's racist. Give me bullets. I don't need you. What do you even have? Nothing I want. But yeah, I love Bioshock 2. It might be because I played Bioshock 2 first. Because my parents didn't want me to have Bioshock 1. Which is a funny story in and of itself. But the game's probably going to interrupt me again.
With genetic modifications, beauty is no longer a goal or even a virtue. It is a moral obligation. Do we force the healthy to live with the contagious? Do we mix the criminal with the law-abiding? Then why are the plain allowed to mingle with the fair?
Because the plain don't have any chance of hurting the fair. Unlike criminals and sick people, there's no harm to be done. Checkmate! Liberals? Not liberal, because you're not liberals? I don't know. I'm trying to meme. I'm bad at memeing. But it's a funny story, because my parents, when I was 12, I asked for this game. And they didn't want me to have it. And this is not a game that the 12-year-old should be playing for very obvious reasons. But the reasons that they didn't want me to play it weren't very good ones, because they thought this was a horror game. It was really scary, and there was a little girl with an axe who was going to try to murder you. And that would be traumatizing. Not the real reason, which is this game is just full of really heady political commentary that the 12-year-old mind just can't handle. Like, I was not ready to play this game. I fully admit that. But you know what game I... Is that a scream? But you know what game I definitely wasn't ready to play when I was 12 either? Mass Effect. Ooh boy. Hair-wrenching, ladies and gentlemen. Hit and run, baby. Also, if the enemies run into water, which they will do, it will get rid of the burning effect. Oh dear. That's this fight. In fact, this is what I'm gonna end the video on. Just this fight. Shotgun time, baby. Gotta reload.
Hanger on, parasite.
Boom! Oh, come on. So what is there to say about the shotgun? It's probably one of the best weapons in the game. I mean, there's a reason that when you get it, it makes you fight this giant fight, because now you can take it, now that you have the shotgun. It's so good. If you can actually land it. I don't actually know if headshots do anything, because headshots aren't like a implicit gameplay mechanic. They're weapon based in this game. But I was aiming for the head, and it seemed to be sort of working. It's such a good gun. It's just limited by its ammo capacity. But you could rip apart basically anything with this thing. It has way more interesting special ammo as well. Except for one, which I don't remember if that was in this game or Bioshock 2. Anyway, this has been Why You Shouldn't Play Bioshock. I'm Model V. Please remember to grope that subscribe button and like or dislike the video. And tell me about how I offended you in the comments and what should happen to me because of it. I'll see you next time.